Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Disco Kitty the Crappy Crafter. Last week, if you remember, we did this thing. And I had mentioned at the end of the video that I wanted to try mica powders, so that is what we're going to do this week. So I have a ton of mica powders, I have this box, I have a whole drawer full of mica powders and little bottles and little tiny things and lots of little things, and so we're going to use, we're going to use a paintbrush because I've already done it. Spoiler, I've already done this intro once and I hated it, so I'm doing it again. So we're going to take off all the little pieces of paper, the little tiny ones first and then the big ones. And we're going to use a paintbrush and we're going to put the mica powder on and it's going to look amazing. So let's just get right into it. Okay, so a warning, I'm not recording this in my usual place, and I don't have my usual equipment, so I don't know what's going to happen. But, alright, so the first thing I tried to do was I was like, let's use a little spoon and get it out. And then I was like, that is way too much. That is going to be such a waste of mica powder. So I went back, and I found myself a little paintbrush, and I'm going to do the rest of it with the little paintbrush. It's going to work really, really well, honestly. You don't have to worry about the layers because when you take off one little piece of paper and expose that little sticky, then, you know, when you cover that sticky with the powder, it's not going to be sticky anymore. So you don't have to worry about any subsequent bits of powder sticking where it's not supposed to. As long as you put down a good layer and make sure that all the sticky is gone, it works really, really well. I honestly don't know. I don't know if I like it better than the sand or not, because the sand gave it a really interesting texture. But the mica powder is, you know, very metallic and it makes everything very, very shiny. And I love shiny things. I love me some shiny things. I can blame my years and years of doing nail art on why I love shiny things and rainbows and all of that. But yeah, I mean, this was a fun exercise. Some of the pieces of paper didn't really want to come off. Some spots were cut too far down, some spots weren't quite cut well enough, but you know what? It was okay. It was fun in the long run. I mean, it had sticker problems. I can remember having these problems with stickers when I was a kid. I used to collect stickers as a kid. Do you remember collecting stickers as a kid? Are you like 45 or older? Did you have a sticker collecting book and you would go to places that are kind of like Claire's now, but you know, they had just a wall of stickers, all of the stickers, just rolls and sheets of stickers and books to collect them in that had themes, and oh my god, I miss those days. Those were such fun stickers to collect. They really were. It's too bad that they don't do that anymore because that was a lot of fun. You got a book and you went through the book and then you had to go get the stickers and then you had to put the stickers in the appropriate places in the book. It was a lot of fun. It was great. I loved it. I'm sure my parents hated it, but they were cheap. It was such a wonderful thing to collect because they were like $0.25 a piece, sometimes less, sometimes more. But, you know, it didn't cost a lot. The books might have cost a lot. They might have cost $5 or $10 each. But the stickers to put in them, I mean, it was fun. It was exciting, and you could trade them and you could do things with them. I loved it. I loved the sticker generation. I'm not much of a sticker person anymore, though. I don't know why, but probably because they just, you know, get everywhere. Kind of like glitter and mica powder. Yeah, one thing I should have done with this, I knew I should have done it because I did it with the last one too. I should have done the back legs a different color than the front legs so that there would have been some delineation between the legs, but I didn't because I'm dumb, and that's okay. But yeah, this was so much fun. I really highly recommend doing this. I really, really do. Now this powder, I'm not so sure about this powder. This felt more like a flocking powder. It felt really weird, but it still has the glimmer of a mica powder. So I don't know what's going on. And of course, one of my cats is now using the litter box right behind me, and I don't feel like editing that out. So if you hear scraping, that's her, Miss Abby Cat. She's probably going to come and talk to me too because I'm standing in my kitchen, which means I don't know, we'll see how the echo goes. I don't have my little spit shield, so my S's, my sibilants might be a little bit more than usual, but it's all good. The blues. I don't know why I did this with the blues. I should have done something different on the shell because I'm going to end up using a blue in the sky that is almost exactly the same as the one that's in the shell. Oh well, right? Live and learn. And then get loves. Remember that commercial? Every time I say live and learn, that's all I can think of, and it's horrifying. Yeah, this is the other reason why I wanted to do mica powders, is because I actually wanted to have like white clouds. I mean, the pink cloud was cool, but that's the reason why I kind of made that one, the sand one, a sunset thing. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. The mica powder took way longer than the sand, obviously, because I'm using a brush. I'm trying to be a little bit more delicate with it. The sand was just like one and done. You just pour it on, pour it off, and it's all good to go. You don't want to do that with the mica powder, though, because mica powder, it'll fluff just everywhere, and you don't want to do that. So use a brush, take a little longer. It'll be fine. It's quite relaxing. Yeah. And there it is. Look at how good that came out. Well, that actually worked out a lot better than I was expecting. I don't know if it's quite as good as I was hoping, but I think it came out pretty cute. What it probably needs is some marker to go in and like delineate some of these colors, because I mean, you can see them, you can see the differences, but I think it would probably work a lot better if there was some black lines, around them. But I think it came out super cute, and it wasn't nearly as messy and fluffy as I was afraid it was gonna be. So that's good. Yeah, I highly recommend that. That was actually pretty relaxing. It was basically just painting with powder, so that was pretty cool. I liked it. I'll probably do that again someday. What do you think? I think it came out really, really well. Yeah, so yay. So remember, that was a sand painting kit. And I have tons and tons of sand left over, but I also have buckets and buckets of mica powders. Yeah. Buckets and buckets. That's just one of two of those. And I also have one of these. So, I have more mica powder than I can shake a stick at, which is fine. It worked really, really well with this. Although the blue of the sky and the blue in the shell were still a little bit too close. Oh well. C'est la vie. I think it worked really, really well. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Talk to me. Let's have a conversation. But yeah, yay. It's all shiny. So shiny. So much shinier than the sand. Anyways, that worked really well. I think you should try it. Go get one of these silly kits with the sand, try out the sand, and then try out some glitter and or mica powder because, yeah, it works pretty well. With all that being said and done, thank you so much for visiting, and I'll see you next week. Stay safe.